Whew. I also got an intro animated for us. So you're going to have to watch the YouTube pod because I'm not playing the intro music anymore. I mean, the intro music will play, but it'll play with the animation that was just played for the first time. So,
Oh, fire.
yeah, fire. Dude, look at this notebook. I just got this.
Yo, that's tough.
It's a wood book with Deku on the front. This is the notes for all the YouTube videos and for the pod. This is where I write everything down that we got to hit cuz I was like I need some new cuz this is what I was using. Like just a legal pad. And I fucking filled it up from
Yeah.
all of our other episodes cuz you can only fit like 10 topics on this. So then I'm like whammed out. All right. I got some cool shit today. We got Oh, yeah, sorry. For those of you listening, watching, viewing, I'm the Peak Agenda Pusher. That's YG Cookin'. This is Peak Agenda Pushin', this show where we talk about anime and it's always correct and there's never anything wrong. And if you watch another creator who disagrees with our takes, they are objectively incorrect because only we are right. All right. So these are the three categories today. Obviously, we got this or that versus, and then we have our, dropped in and survive. But then we have fan suggestions. Which category are we starting with today? Versus this or that or fan suggestions?
Let's start with the fan suggestions.
All right, cool. I like that. First one. Why is Attack on Titan not the greatest anime of all time? I think it's tough to answer that question because objectively, what is the greatest anime of all time? Like you could make an argument for Vinland Saga, for Code Geass, for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I think there actually is an
What
argument
up,
in
Jay?
there for Attack on Titan. I think there's a valid argument in there for it because it's fantastic writing or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be considered the GOAT because of the ending. That's it. That's like the main explanation that I would give. I don't think it'll ever be considered the GOAT because the ending objectively could have gone in a better route with the whole Aaron being like evil thing. They could have played that off
Yeah.
better. Like, why did he have to bitch out in the end? And, you know what I mean? Like, they should have committed him to the bit of like going crazy and being evil. And I think that's where a lot of people fell short of why it wasn't considered goated.
Nah, yeah. I definitely um I think it ended kind of like they built up to it so well and then
I think the world should have ended. That would have been
like you
great
said.
if the world legitimately ended, or they kill Aaron and then wipe out the rest of the Eldians. It should not have been a positive ending to that story.
Yeah.
It should have ended fucked up. Um,
That's true.
I have a random fan suggestion that I can answer quickly, and this will be good for you too because you're now breaking into the power scaling game. Uh, Difference between massively faster than light and faster than light. I'm gonna break this down really simply in like one short answer. Faster than light is Shinra. That's easy. You reach light speed, you go beyond the speed of light, you're now faster than light. To get into the massively faster than light category, you're looking at essentially a verse that operates under different physics than our own. Because in our universe, once you're faster than light, it's like Shinra, right? Time essentially stops for you. That's why Fire Force is great. It kind of operates on real life physics. You can only get MFTL in worlds that don't have true physics. And the difference between FTL and MFTL would be like Goku. Like Goku is massively faster than light because he's not just faster than light, he's so much faster than light that essentially it's like, what's the point of keeping track anymore? And then people are like, well,
Yeah.
what's the difference between that and immeasurable? Immeasurable only applies to somebody who time is literally not relevant. Like you're fighting outside of the concept of time. It's now immeasurable because time is what you use to measure speed, how much time something takes to occur. So, like, massively faster than light is basically something so much faster than light that there's essentially just no point in trying to measure it.
Yeah. Borderline immeasurable.
Okay, and
That
then
one guy, what up?
we've got weakest MC in anime. I think you could like Like
I
this
said
is
this
some
one.
bullshit because you I know you said this, but this is some bullshit because like I could just say something from My Dress Up Darling or like you know what I mean? Like people want to if we're doing this, people are gonna want us to pick between like a popular anime, who's the weakest popular anime character. In which case I would say like I don't know, Aaron
Oh,
Yeager
he's
is probably
trolling.
the weakest.
You see what he said in the chat?
Nah, hold on. I'll pull it up. You can read it to the people.
Probably Sung Jin.
Oh yeah, you're banned. Mods ban that guy. Um yeah, nah,
Tanjiro.
essentially like yeah, Tanjiro. Yeah, actually yeah, Tanjiro over Eren Yeager, probably weaker because Founding Titan is crazy. Probably Tanjiro, right?
Yeah.
Weakest MC?
Yeah. What about Tokyo Revengers?
Man, I that anime doesn't even exist to me.
Fair. Who else? I guess weakest shonen. Like if we're talking about with powers, MC.
I think it's got to be Tanjiro, right? He's just a regular dude who breathes funny.
Yeah. Regular dude, regular sword.
Or like Sakura from Windbreaker, just a dude who punches. He's just a
Yeah.
dude who punches. Like no, not even like Baki stuff. He's just like an angry kid.
If you put that, then you got to put Tokyo Revengers though, and I'd
Okay,
take
yeah,
that
yeah,
MC.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair. All right. What arcs should have been movies? I got two answers. Land of Waves absolutely could have been a movie. Would have been fire.
Yeah.
Um, and the school event of My Hero, the UA Sports Festival.
Yeah. Nah, I can see that.
Both
I
of
thought
those
you were
could have
talking
been.
about like, yeah. No, I thought you were talking about where All Might fought the Nomu at first, and I was like, that
Nah,
probably
nah,
would have
nah.
been a dope movie.
That would have
Nah,
been a
but
cool movie,
no.
but I was thinking more the UA because the UA
Yeah.
Sports Festival went on so long because they gave us the bullshit like filler fights that nobody cared about.
Yeah. No, okay. I agree. For me it'd probably be the York New City arc from Hunter x Hunter,
Okay,
and then
I could see that.
and then and then Cell Saga from Dragon Ball Z.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
What?
Fuck that. That
Dude,
is
that
a
movie would have
movie,
been peak.
dude. That movie would have been so long. I
It would
felt
have
like
been
they
peak
needed
though.
it to be an arc to be so that they could fit everything in.
No, that's true. Um,
I think those are fair answers, though. Hunter x Hunter is a fair answer.
yeah,
All right, most underrated anime. It's got to be Code
most
Geass, right?
underrated.
Because so many people haven't seen it. Nobody watches it.
Like, yes and no. Nah, for me that's not. I'd say, okay. One guy said Fire Force. That's pretty good.
Underrated. Most underrated.
Yeah,
Jack of all trades,
underrated.
party of none. Like I'd pick something new, or World
I have to watch
Trigger.
that.
World Trigger is really good.
Yeah. Dude, I'd also say Vinland Saga though. Like
Yeah, Vinland
the
Saga.
ones that know, but like a
Vinland
lot
Saga
of
slept
people
on, and
even
a lot of people hate on it because of the second season, and it's like dopamine brain people that are like they're not fighting anymore, so it's boring, and I'm like, dude, you fucking suck. This is sick.
yeah.
This is sick.
Oh,
It's
Jay
some
said Doctor
existential life
Stone.
shit.
That's
Doctor
another really
Stone,
good
yeah,
one.
Doctor Stone is very slept on. I could get behind Doctor Stone.
Record of Ragnarok. I
Nah,
haven't watched that.
that
I'll
shit
get to it though.
that shit is not underrated. That shit is just perfectly rated.
Yeah.
Um,
What'd you say? Jay? Oh, he tried to get me to watch that.
no, that shit is trash. I know Jazer loves it. I cannot stand that shit. I cannot stand that shit.
uh,
Anime
what
that
else?
shaped who you are today.
Mm,
This was requested by my brother-in-law. I
fire.
have two answers. If you consider it anime, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Go.
Peak.
Fucked up answer. Probably Code Geass, to be honest, because I watched it as a kid, and it heavily influenced my like, the analytical side of my brain. I think,
Yeah.
like the cynic
For
side of
me,
my
it'd have to
brain.
be. I hate to sound like a broken record.
One Piece.
No, no. I mean, I haven't even mentioned that today yet. So,
Ah, okay.
it's
You're gonna say Hunter x Hunter?
no, I was gonna say Vinland again.
Oh yeah, but you're grown now. You watched that as an adult. I mean, true.
Dog, but
Like
that's
Vinland has shaped who I. Vinland has definitely changed my like mentality on like road rage and shit when I get angry at other people.
yeah.
I don't disagree with
But
that.
also, dude, I'd probably have to give it to Naruto.
Yeah, I
That
think
was like
Naruto's fair.
I grew up with Naruto essentially. Like we all did.
Did you see that study that said kids who grow up watching anime are 60% more resilient than kids who didn't grow up watching anime? Because they grew up on more complex concepts than somebody who just watched like Disney Channel. Like you were young consuming
Mm.
a complex concept like Naruto being ostracized and overcoming. Like that's why it said kids who grow up watching anime are have a higher percent chance of being more resilient and more successful in life, which is really interesting. And it's obviously a pretty biased study and you have a small sample size, but it's still interesting to think that somebody went out there and did the research on that.
Yeah.
All right, favorite anime villain ever. We talked about this last week about Goated, and we agreed it was Orochimaru, Aizen, and Madara. But like, and Frieza. But like, favorite, meaning who you liked the most. Like, if it's not a matter of icon status, like I'm going Assclad, bro. I know that's not how you say his name. It's just funny to say it that way. Assclad is a good villain, like a very well written villain. If I'm going like mindless, Sukuna, because sometimes you just want somebody who's just a dick for the love of the game, and like as much as I love Majin Buu, I like Sukuna's dick levels more than Majin. Pause. Hey,
Oh, whoa,
whoa,
hey, yo,
whoa, yo!
hey,
Why is
yo,
Jazer nodding in the back when I said dick
hey,
levels? That's
yo.
crazy. But you know what I'm saying? I like Sukuna's
Hey,
level of ass fuckery. Pause again. But you know what I mean.
that's whoa, bro,
Someone in the chat said
bro.
Aizen easy. Miriam's trash as a villain. Like
Nah,
Miriam's a cool
Mirror was
character, but
cool.
but great. But your favorite? Come on, bro. You gotta love somebody
Yeah,
more than Miriam.
that's not my favorite. Dude, this is actually really, really tough. I'm trying to think.
Aizen is fair. The kid who said Aizen. I respect that take.
One of my favorite villains, Katakuri from One Piece. Tough.
I really like
Barely even make
Bruno, bro. Or what? How do you say his name? Bruno.
Bluto.
Bluno, bro. He's cool. He's a cool villain.
That's the dude he first used Gear 2 against.
Yeah, with the door fruit.
Yeah,
He's just kind
bro,
of a fucking idiot, but you know what I'm saying? He's a cool
but
villain. He's a cool villain. Sukuna is actually a psychopath. I agree with the kid who said that in chat. Like that's why he makes a good villain.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
going your favorite is remind me again, what'd you say?
Nah, Katakuri, he's not my favorite now that I think about it. He's up there though. Cause but he was barely even like a villain for real.
I feel like I know
Um,
you as a friend to where I can guess.
Try to guess one.
I feel like
That's in the ballpark.
maybe a Obito or like a sleeper
Nah,
pick from
that's him.
Naruto.
That's him.
That's fair.
Um,
I know Jazer fucks with
a
Naruto heavy. A
from
sleeper pick.
Naruto. Oh yeah, Pain actually. He's tough,
Yeah. All right.
but I'd have to go. Like if we're talking about like you pick Sukuna because he like for the love of the game, right? I'd have to go Frieza.
Frieza? Yeah, Frieza's fair. Frieza's fair.
Demon.
Somebody said,
That's
Obito.
Frieza.
Okay. Somebody said, give one anime recommendation to the pod. My one recommendation is Jack of All Trades, Party of None. New watch, one season. Go enjoy it. Jan, one recommendation.
My one recommendation is the one we're creating. All right, let me stop. But
Crazy.
probably have to be Magi. That's what I've been on lately. So
Yes,
that's gotta be my
sir.
recommendation.
Yes, sir.
Wow,
That is
bro,
the
that shit's
answer we love
good.
to hear. Bro said Magi. Bro, absolute peak left his mouth If you haven't watched Magi, go fucking watch Magi. Somebody in the chat said, "Holy plug." Yeah, our shit is gonna be fire. Yeah, if you haven't watched
Yes.
Magi, go watch Magi. That shit is so good. That shit is so
So
good.
good.
And read the manga too. Once you finish the anime, read the manga. It's free online. You can find it.
I will.
It's
How
fucking
many like
gas.
chapters is it from the end of the anime to
The
the
anime
end
is
of the
like a
manga?
third of the way through the whole story.
Okay, bad.
Yeah. Okay. Pick one anime intro song to be your favorite. Not the greatest of all time, just your personal favorite. I gotta go Dan Dan season 1 when it's like dun 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 dun. That shit is hard. That shit is hard. Or Attack on Titan.
Hmm.
That shit's fire.
I'm not gonna lie. The first Magi intro actually is so tough to me.
Extremely.
The very first one though. Like, hold
Extremely.
up. I'm gonna go to YouTube. See if I can.
Extremely. No, it is. I think all of Magi's intros are good, to be honest.
Is this it? Yes. This one.
Somebody said
Yeah.
DBZ Kai intro in chat, and somebody said Black Catcher.
Dragon Ball Z Kai intro.
Nah, definitely not DBZ Kai. That's crazy. That's crazy take.
Gurren Lagann intro. Yurei in April. Black Catcher.
Yeah, those are crazy takes.
Yeah.
Those are crazy takes. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Oh, he said Gurren Lagann intro. Where he at? Yeah.
All right. So you never saw Castlevania? Somebody asked, would you rather be dropped in the rumbling or Dracula's wrath? And Dracula's wrath was like they burned his wife at the stake, who was a normal human woman, because they said she was a witch because she was like practicing regular medicine. And he basically cursed this town and was like, you have 1 year, Willaria. And then 1 year from then, the sky started bleeding and demons started dropping from the sky, eating people alive. And like, it was insane. I would rather be dropped in the rumbling. Actually, no, I'd rather be dropped in Willaria because I could just go into a church. Actually, nah, that didn't work either because the priests went into the church and then the demons followed them in. And he was like, how can you come into this holy place? And the demons looked at him and said, God isn't present in this church, to symbolize that the church was so corrupt at that time, and then just fucking ate the guy alive. So yeah, I'm picking the rumbling. Because I'll live. Versus Willaria, like I'm pretty sure everyone in that town died.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to go rumbling too then.
All right. There's other fan suggestions, but they get long. We got to switch topics.
All right.
This or that or
Let's
versus?
go, versus.
Okay, cool. Killua versus Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom.
Koro.
Yeah, I got Koro slamming too. Koro slamming
bro,
too.
What? Mach
Killua,
what? 20?
Mach 20. I mean, Killua with Godspeed, Mach 300,000, but Godspeed is not a constant thing. And like Koro could blow up the fucking moon. So what are we really talking about here? I got Koro wiping.
Yeah.
All right, Alien X
definitely.
versus Wang Ling.
Dog. Honestly, I couldn't even say.
I got Wang Ling just because of narration abilities, like just because like jumping out the story or whatever. Like Alien X is cool and all, right? Like you existed before the Big Bang. You went around creating timelines and universes. You're 24 dimensional. Like all that shit is cool, but ultimately, the strongest one can get in fiction is exiting fiction, which Wang Ling did. So I'd probably have to give it to Wang Ling because he could just exit the story and be like, "Yo, writer, I'm not fucking with this Alien X character.
I'm
Let's
out."
change the story."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, the verses today are all pretty easy. They're all fan suggestions.
Bet.
Garou versus Gojo.
Give me Garou. After all the new info I've learned about Garou these past few days, yeah, give me him.
Yeah, bro. When he fought One Punch Man, they left quite literally a giant gaping hole in the known universe. There's a giant fucking mosquito in my flew away. They left a giant gaping hole in the universe where like all the galaxies and stuff were just destroyed. Just a giant hole. That's fucking crazy. And then the whole shtick behind him was he could learn. The description was he could learn any technique after interacting with it. Infinity is a technique. If you were to cross verse equalize, you can't say, oh, he doesn't have cursed energy. You got to cross verse equalize. His thing applies to any ability. So he would just now know how to use infinity after interacting with it. So like it's safe
I
to
didn't even know
say,
that, but that's crazy.
yeah, it's safe to say if you can do infinity yourself, you can fuck with somebody else's. You know what I mean? So I feel
Yeah.
like that's safe. So I'm gonna have to give it to Garou. Like I think he just has way too much in his bag for Gojo.
Oos. Oos.
Okay. Tanjiro versus Ichigo, but swords only, no powers, equal stats. Regular human.
Dude, you can't even say regular human when you're talking about Ichigo, though.
Sure you
He's
can.
like,
Sure you
he's
can.
like
Just make him a regular human.
4 different races.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. Versus like put them on equal playing field. They're both just humans.
Give me Ichigo.
Give me Tanjiro, bro. I think the argument where they're like Ichigo is fighting people with hundreds of years or millions of years of swordplay experience and winning. Like look at the Rukia retrieval arc. He had been a Soul Reaper for like what 2 months, and he like squabbled up with these immortal guys who have had sword. Like there's no way. That right there should tell you that sword play is so like not important to their whole verse. That a kid who just picked up a sword was somehow able to go blow for blow with people who've been using a sword for millions of years. That should tell you that it's a ability based verse. That your ability is output through the sword. Like swordplay itself, right, swordplay itself doesn't matter. Whereas in Tanjiro's verse, it's like the most important thing. So I think Tanjiro would wipe him probably.
Yeah, they learn all these forms, different techniques. Maybe.
Just regular human shit. Like I think Tanjiro is more skilled with a sword than Ichigo is.
Oh, dude, in chat said Sakamoto versus Yuji, straight hands. No powers.
Sakamoto. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah,
Sakamoto.
give me Sakamoto.
Sakamoto easily.
Demon.
Yeah, not even a question. Definitely Sakamoto.
Another great recommendation, by the way. Sakamoto Days.
It's been a minute since It's been a minute. I might have to rewatch. I enjoyed Sakamoto Days. Dude, Kid Naruto, pre Chunin exams versus adult Deku, pre losing his powers. So complete mastery.
Bro, adult Deku?
Yeah, adult Deku.
Yeah, what? He got all these what?
Yeah, adult Deku.
Exam?
Adult Deku. Adult Deku for sure. Punching. Yeah, that one guy says Naruto, I feel like. Okay, so look, Shadow Clones are cool and all. Punch that can destroy 2 Japan's worth of surface area. Kid who can make 3 clones but can't even do enough chakra control to run up a tree properly. I don't know. I'm going to give it to the guy who can demolish a country over the kid who just gets angry and leaks out a little bit of fox chakra. Like, I don't know. And I think Danger Sense, I think his bag is too deep for a Naruto who can just use shadow clones.
Bro, even if he were to get like, how far did he get in OG? He got up to 1 tail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say even if he got a tail, still get smacked.
All right. Sakura versus Luffy.
You got a meme of the dog? That's just...
Yeah, Sakura's beaten down. Sakura is beaten down, brother.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because look, Gear 5 is dope.
I hate to say that.
Gear 5 is dope, right? 15-minute time limit fucking is buns.
Not dope.
Buns, not dope. Not being able to move after that 15-minute time limit. Not dope. Also Sakura and Luffy, even if you lowball Sakura, She's the same speed as Luffy. If you lowball her, she'll be good for 15
Massively
minutes.
destructive.
She'll be good for 15 minutes. Also, Gear 5. Can he kill her 100 times in 15 minutes? Because you got to kill her 100 healings. You got to kill her 100 times just to get to the base life.
Can he kill her once in 15 minutes?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think so. And I think Gear 5 is sick. I think Gear 5 is sick. I think Luffy doesn't get enough credit because Gear 5 form is cool. You can do a lot with Gear 5 form. It gives you powers. But, like, I don't know, dude. 100 healings is so broken. You have to kill somebody 100 times just to get to their final life where they actually would die. And they're the same speed. Sakura has far more experience with far more dangerous threats than Luffy. So, safe to assume she could make those 100 lives last her 15 minutes. Even if we're lowballing what Sakura's capable of. J11X said, wait, how? I think I just gave a good explanation. And we only have one more versus battle. Pain versus All for One Shigaraki.
Are we talking like all 6 paths of pain?
All
or just
6
the devil
paths. The diva paths,
Mm.
everything. Everything.
Mm. The fact that you confidently said all 6 is telling me that All for One Shigaraki probably wins this.
What do you think? What does your heart tell you?
Random encounter.
Random encounter. Bloodlusted. I mean, Shiggy's all bloodlusted all the time, so it's not like it makes a difference.
Yeah.
But we'll say
I'm
bloodlusted
just
to put
trying
him
to
on
think,
equal
like,
footing,
bro,
so Pain is
it's
also
one
bloodlusted.
touch and bros are cooked.
Yeah, not even one
Actually,
touch.
yeah, no,
Like
no. You
they
said
just
all
have to
for one Shigaraki.
they just have to be standing on the same ground and Pain's dead. I think people
Yeah.
give too much credit to his ability to manipulate space. They're like All for One Shig can Pain can manipulate space with Almighty Push, gravity, like he quite literally affects space itself, but there's a radial limit to that. Whereas Shigaraki was stated to be able to sink Japan in a day, and if longer than that, he could hypothetically, as they said, destroy the entire fucking planet. So, what are we really talking about here? Like, they just have to be standing on the same ground for Pain to die. And people say, well, Pain can fly, which is true. Pain can fly. Is Pain their random encounter? Does Pain know how Shiggy's abilities work? No. The ground's going to start crumbling. He might jump and then land, but I mean, even one of those debris touches him, he's dead. He physically can't even approach All for One Shiggy. And All for One Shiggy's bag is really deep, like radio waves, all of those things that he has to fight
He can
at
fly
range.
too, can he not?
Yeah, Shiggy can fly too. So
Yeah.
how is Pain even approaching him? Like, I don't see a world where Pain is even able to approach All for One Shiggy in range to be able to use like a human path or something like that to like kill him like spiritually. But only if he gets in Shig's mind before he touches the ground. But has Pain displayed high level genjutsu? Not to my knowledge. I don't even
Not
think
really.
Pain has genjutsu. He doesn't have a Sharingan. He doesn't.
Oh,
Like-
Rinnegan's definitely have genjutsu.
Dude, what? No. Nah, definitely not.
What?
Definitely not. A Share Rinnegan, like Sasuke's, has genjutsu, but the base Rinnegan itself does not have genjutsu. That's not in its list of like default
Really?
abilities. Yeah. It
Damn.
is. The Rinnegan is essentially Naruto's version of Future Sight. That's the one that all of them have. Like, the Sharingan allows you to accurately predict a few seconds into the future based on what's currently going on. The Rinnegan quite literally gives you the ability to see a few seconds into the future based on chakra flow. That was in the data book description. So, like, that's like one of the true abilities of the Rinnegan.
Damn.
But
I was just
I think
thinking since the Sharingan, like, we've seen it upgrade into a Rinnegan or transform into a Rinnegan with Madara.
yeah, but through combining with Hashirama cells, because the now it was the Indra and Ashura
Yeah.
cells combined, which then transformed it into a Rinnegan.
Yeah. Damn, so then you lose genjutsu when it turns to a Rinnegan. That's crazy though.
Yeah, I think it's got to be All for One Shig, dude. I think All for One Shig just beats
Easily.
down. Yeah. Okay, that was all our versus battles. Now we have. Do you want to be dropped into a verse to survive, or do you want to do this or that?
Dropped into a verse. Let me grab
All
some
right.
chips right quick.
Converse. I have to pee so bad. I can cut this part out of the podcast. Converse with the chat briefly for me so I can rip a pee. I'll be right back.
Say less. What are we talking about? Give me some verses. And we can get right, chat. Yo, also, these, mad good. Mad good. Edward shrugs. Facts. Hey, yo.
What?
You see this shit?
What?
I'm watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood right now. Peak. Absolute peak. Finishing up Mob Psycho. Greatness. Absolute greatness. I'm like 15 episodes into Magi. It's amazing. It's sensational.
I had to turn on the lights in here because it's so dark in here and it's giving me a headache. All right. So you wanted to be dropped into the verse, right?
Yeah.
Love this. This is so fun.
Hold up. Jay said real quick, what is the speed scaling for Sakamoto days? It's weird. It's like everyone heavenly restricted in that show.
They're just like Mach 6. Like, I think that's safe.
Yeah,
Sakamoto Days is not a fast verse. Like Mach 6, I think is a safe baseline to go off of. A little bit above, a little bit below. Nowhere near Mach 20. Nowhere near like Koro Sensei speed. Okay. Dropped on the grand line. Thick of it. Or stuck in a red gate. Solo leveling. Both are absolutely fried. Both are absolutely fried. Which level of fried are you willing to accept?
You said random place on the Grand Line?
Nah, you're in the thick of it. You're like dropped into the Grand Line. Everyone's going at it.
Oh, you're like in the new world.
Yeah, essentially.
Cooked. Damn.
Red Gate, though, cooked.
Give me Grand Line.
Jinwoo is not with you in this Red Gate. Give you Grand Line?
At least
correct answer.
You can sail back.
Nah, correct answer.
Like,
only correct answer. Only Red Gate, bro. Bro.
You're stuck.
You might as well just kill yourself, if I'm being real. Jinwoo is not with you. Like, we saw what happened. Oh, I'm going to kill this fucking mosquito right the fuck now, bro. Get your bitch ass over here, bro. This shit is the size of Texas, gang.
Red Gate. As in, like, I don't want to go. Facts.
Yeah, beat the brakes off that. Okay, so Red Gate. Let me break it down for you, gang. Do I have? Oh, look what I got on me. Motherfucker say I glazed Jinwoo. Light novel, gang. I read these things. Hard copy, no less. I'm supporting the author for real. Okay.
Yo,
so
it's the mosquito speed blitzing you.
Oh, no, dude. I have every feat. I'm massively faster than light. I'm immeasurable speed. I've done every feat. So the mosquito, you know what I'm saying? It's like One Punch Man versus mosquito type situation. But look, solo leveling light novel, okay? I really do these things. Don't ever disrespect me when I start talking about solo leveling and somebody's like, he didn't read the light novel. He doesn't know. Bro, I know these things. Don't ever disrespect me.
He knows the ball.
I got a Barnes & Noble's card, gang. They've got my number on speed dial for when these shits drop. Now look, Red Gate. You are fried, brother. They went in a Red Gate. All A tiers. A whole group. A tier healer. A tier tank. A tier attack. A tier magician.
Wait.
Whole squad. No, I'm not talking about when Jinwoo went in. They went into a gate. Not when Jinwoo was separated from the B tier and A tier motherfuckers. Different. When he went in to the Giants, or the like, how do you describe them? The ogre giant motherfuckers. Okay, whole squad was A tier except for Jinwoo. They didn't know he was S yet. Redgate. If he was not there, every single one of those high level A tiers fried. Brother, you are not an S tier fighter. You are not. You were not chosen. All of the S tiers have already been chosen, okay? Because we're just dropping you. We're not saying, oh, you're blessed with being chosen by one of the deities, right? You're just dropped into a red gate. Don't matter. You don't even know what your power level is going to be. Let's assume you're a high-end A. You're still dead. You're dead. You could be with a whole squad of A tiers. You guys are dead. Put me on the grand line, bro. I'm putting in work. Give me the chop fruit, and I'm doing straight with just that. But, hey, listen. Give me a super soaker and a bucket, and Buggy's going to be mine. He's dead, bro. I'm frying half the motherfuckers on that, and then I'm sailing my ass back to where it's safe. That's all I'm saying. I feel like the grand line is the easier pick of the two. That one guy said mosquito might have more feats because I was trying to kill the mosquito. Yo, mods ban that guy. Okay. Look, I think Jan and I both agree it's grand line. Redgate solo leveling, you're fried. Yeah, Redgate solo leveling, you're fried. Speaking of One Piece, bro, I'm really fucking with it, bro.
I saw your update. Yep.
I'm really fucking with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? If somebody calls me a One Piece fan, though, we're gonna have to fight in real life. Like I'm gonna have to put hands on you, because I'm not a One Piece fan. But I'm really fucking with this right now. And I will never recommend it to somebody because it took me this long to like it. It took me this many episodes to like it. But this shit is tough right now, bro. And the pacing is shit, but I'm like looking past the pacing because I'm like, yeah, nah, this shit is enjoyable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Gear 2 was dope. Robin's backstory was sick. The giant who is part of the D family who helped Robin escape the island. That shit was dope. That guy's the GOAT. And I know what's coming soon. We're going to get a Garp and Luffy reunion relatively soon because that's pre-time skip. I remember it in the manga. I'm excited to see that animated. But look, this shit is still mid because I shouldn't have to wait 300 episodes for it to be good. It is absurd that I'm enjoying it now and I'm past 300 episodes in. So if anyone ever asks me, should I watch One Piece? I'm going to say, fuck no. Read it. And then once you get to like Wano, stop reading it and then watch from Wano. Because everything before that will make you want to kill yourself when you're watching an Usopp backstory. Fuck that.
I'd say go to like the time skip for anybody that don't feel like watching the whole thing.
And if you don't want to read it,
time skip,
if you don't want to read it, somebody said Enies Lobby is the best arc. Yeah, Enies Lobby was fire. I've been enjoying it. But if you don't even want to read it, I'm going to say something crazy and people are going to get mad at it. But I know Jazer will agree with me at least. One Piece is like, in the beginning, was like the Family Guy of anime, essentially. Just shenanigans. Episode after episode, shenanigans of random bullshit because it was shown in slop that was made to get Oda paid. And look, if you want to start it at Water 7, you haven't seen anything. Start at episode like 270 because you don't want to read it either. Water 7, start there. You don't even need to see any of the beginning to understand what's going on. You're not going to know how they found Chopper. You're not going to know how they found Zoro. None of that. And guess what? It won't even remotely affect the rest of the entire fucking story. You could just hop on Google and ask, how did Sanji join the crew? Don't watch the episodes. It's not going to affect your perception of how good it is. You might as well start it where it's good. And then, respectfully, when Dressrosa comes around, don't watch that shit. Because from what I've heard, I'm going to start hating the show again at Dressrosa because the pacing becomes god-awful again after Enies Lobby. So, you know what I'm saying? Start at Water 7. Enjoy that shit.
He's bugging, chat.
This guy.
Dressrosa, one of the best arcs.
I've heard so many people say Dressrosa, you just have to force yourself through it.
But it's genuinely full of peak.
And look, every time I give a One Piece update where I talk about my top 5 and I put Usopp in it, motherfuckers keep saying to me, yo, Usopp's not even there. It's Sniper King. Yo, bro, you guys are not funny. You guys are not funny. You're not funny. That joke is not funny, bro. Gang, that joke is not funny. He takes the
They
mask
don't know
off on
about God Usopp.
he takes the mask off on multiple occasions, and people directly look at him and call him Usopp. So he's there. You're just an idiot.
He's
Yeah.
God
See.
Usopp.
Even Jay said in the chat, "You think that was long? Wait till Dressrosa." That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, Dressrosa is where Usopp, your favorite character, earns the name God Usopp.
Usopp's already my guy. I don't even care what anyone. Whenever somebody says something negative about Usopp, I just think you have poor taste. He's comic relief. He's supposed to be a fucking bitch, and that's why Usopp is the man. It would be ass if their whole team was just OP. That'd be like if Jin Woo's squad didn't have those little weak motherfuckers on it. You need some bums. You need some bums to make a squad. What's Naruto without Sakura? Even in the that's actually wrong because in the manga Sakura's fire. But most people are anime only anyways. So also for people who are gonna watch back when I said Sakura beat Luffy, I want you to go read Sakura's light novel, which is confirmed canon, where she fights a cloaked tailed beast by herself and solos it. It's like a pill that turns you into it's infused with tailed beast chakra, and this dude turns into a tailed beast temporarily, and it's stated that he has the full power of a tailed beast, cloak form, and she fucking murks him by herself. So yeah, go read that and then tell me that Luffy would win. Anyways, cool. Okay, we agreed, and I gave this solo leveling update. Let's talk about this or that. One Piece live action or the anime? Which one would you recommend to somebody to watch who's never seen One Piece?
Easily the anime.
Easily the live action. Have you watched it yet?
Yeah.
Fire.
It's good.
It's fire. Was it not fire?
Still recommending the anime.
I'm never recommending that shit. Look.
I don't really like the actors they picked. They're still growing on me, but like.
Look, gang.
Yeah.
The actors are just as fucking annoying as the real characters. So if you get annoyed by the actors, you will be equally as annoyed by the real characters in the show, undoubtedly, because those actors I think are doing a great job of playing the fucking character that's in the anime. I think we can agree on that. So like, if you're annoyed by the actors, I'm not saying you, for the people watching, then you wouldn't like One Piece in the first place, because the Luffy is equally as fucking annoying. Kobe is equally as a bitch. Like, that's just how it is. But I would recommend the live action. Like, Karen has watched the live action a little bit with me. And she's like, I don't like it because the story annoys me, and the characters annoy me. But like, at least this is digestible. And I think it does a good job of generally following the story and cutting the fluff, and keeping it like. That's why I would recommend it. Like, man, you got hundreds of episodes to chug through before this shit becomes like the main story of One Piece if you're gonna watch the anime. So I would recommend the live action to people. And yeah, see, Jay said it in the chat too. The live action does a good enough job of making you understand the story without watching 100 episodes or 300 episodes. And that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Netflix. Hopefully Jan and I have blown up even more by season 3. Invite us to the live premiere, bro. 4 of my anime friends were invited to the live premiere. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to the Manga Mist. But 4 of my mutuals, I shouldn't say anime friends. We're not there yet, but we're mutuals. Those are the guys. Some of my mutuals were invited to the live action premiere, and they said it was fucking sick. Netflix, watch out for us. We're literally blowing up right now. You better invite us, because everyone knows I'm the most viral One Piece hater on the planet. UI or transparent world?
UI.
Transparent world. I
see why you picked that.
Yeah, just because the recoil. That's it. We'll assume that you'll live from the recoil. We'll assume that you'll live, but you still gotta have it because it's a core part of what UI is.
Wait.
Like a normal human can't do Ultra Instinct. There's the recoil. Like they'll die. That's why Krillin and these motherfuckers can't do Ultra Instinct. But we'll assume that you'll live. You still get hit with the recoil, but you'll live. That's the only reason I'm picking Transparent World. In all other aspects, UI is better.
Sign?
Huh?
Can I use sign?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, because there's not really, at least I think, because that's like pre-mastered Ultra Instinct. But I don't know if there was recoil or blowback from that form.
I don't
And so
remember.
for that, because that's just the form where he's able to dodge, but he didn't have the same like AP as
Yeah.
master.
The reason I put these up against
Yeah,
each other was because they're both kind of similar concept, like hyper
yeah.
awareness. I think Transparent World is sick though. And generally speaking, I think Transparent World would be far easier to master, which is why I picked it than UI. Because I mean, Tanjiro
Yeah,
did that shit off
no,
the jump.
but he was born with that shit. I'm convinced.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Uh, Tanjiro bitch made speed or strength.
Speed.
Yeah, come on, come on. If I'm running it, dude, if I'm running Mach 20 and then punch you, your body's gonna explode the same way it would if I was super strong. Like I might as well, you know what I'm saying? I might as well be. Speed is like just dope. That one guy said speed. Yeah, it's got to be speed. All right, Jan and I agree on that. We don't even need to say no more. Speed is just more OP than strength in almost every way.
Easy.
Almost every
Yeah.
way. Um, which transformation would you rather be stuck with, Escanor or Hulk? Don't break it down on like who's more powerful. Obviously, Hulk is more powerful. And obviously, Escanor's transformation has cooler abilities than Hulk's transformation. But essentially, would you rather be mindless, like mindless attacking monkey from being angry, or airhead asshole attacking monkey from it just being daytime and being in the sun? Which transformation would you rather be stuck with?
Escanor.
I'm taking Escanor. I'm too angry of a person. Chance said, "Yo, Peak, what's good?" Hulk is depression. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta go Escanor. I feel like it's just better to be an asshole
Yeah, nah.
because it's daytime than better to destroy your family's house because you got upset that green beans were cooked for dinner. Like, uh,
Real.
all right. Would you rather be a jujutsu sorcerer or a soul reaper?
Soul Reaper.
Yo, give me jujutsu sorcery, bro. Give me that shit. And that's
I
and
figured you
that's
would pick.
that's coming from somebody who actively criticizes Jujutsu Kaisen all the time and glazes the fuck out of Bleach. That's me. I do not want to be a Soul Reaper. I love Bleach too much to know the shit that is required. Dude, what if I don't learn my Zanpakuto's name and I just never get a Bankai? Fuck. That would be booty cheek buns. Uh,
Yeah. I mean, but
ultimately,
like,
I can learn my domain. Like, there's no. You could be an idiot and learn how to use your domain. Plus, I
I
could just
mean,
put, you know me, I like to squabble up. Jan has known me for a long time, guys. I like to squabble up. If I could put curse energy in my hands, bro, my mitts would be even more godly than they are right now. Like I would
crazy.
be bro, I would have a great time with some cursed energy. But is
Bro would
being a
have
soul
the.
reaper gonna let me like have better mitts? I don't know.
I mean, hey, Ichigo pulled up to fight to that Bankai fight, and like you remember he whooped all the vice captains with just his hands.
Now that was cold. That was cold. But I mean, it doesn't look as cool as cursed energy looks.
Yeah, that's true.
So that one guy, or sorry, Jay, is Jay one of your mods?
Is he?
I don't know. He's got a mod logo. It
Nah.
looks like. Oh, what three techniques would you want in JJK? This is so easy. This is so easy for me. One, gotta be limitless. I think we can all agree. Limitless. We're not gonna consider, yeah, limitless. RCT. It is reverse curse technique. It's a technique. You need RCT to have limitless active all the time. Those two. And then I'm simply going black flash at will. That's all I need. All I need is limitless. Don't even give me a domain. Limitless with infinite healing and then the ability to just black flash at will. I'm killing anybody, bro. Blitz and their head is exploding when I black flash them, bro. I feel like that's it. That's all you
Would a
need.
Black Flash work against Limitless though?
No, but you have it. That's the whole point. Like,
True. I mean,
because only one person's born with limitless at a time, right? The six eyes and limitless. But I don't
oh
even I
yeah.
don't even need the six eyes. I just need RCT and limitless. Uh
Hmm. I'd probably pick. Black Flash at will.
Mm-hmm.
Does domain expansion count?
Yeah, but pick one. Pick a domain expansion.
Oh, Infinite Void.
Nah, bro, that motherfucker. Me when I'm
Nah.
bro's lawyer and he goes on Instagram live with a gun. Bro, that shit is so funny. That shit is so funny.
That's wild. Nah, so I'd pick what I say, Black Flash,
Infinite Void.
Infinite Void, and copy techniques. Utah.
Fire. Utah's domain is booty cheek buns though.
Trash. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
booty cheek
gambling
buns.
ass shit. No.
Um put autotune on that.
Facts.
Would you rather have Gaara's powers or Suigetsu?
Suigetsu can turn himself into water, right?
Uh-huh. And he can manipulate it.
Mm.
They both kind of have
Still
ultimate.
give me Gaara.
I'm going Suigetsu. I think they both have ultimate like defense type abilities, like just being water. Bro, Suigetsu is always straight. You ever notice that? Like in every battle, Suigetsu is just straight. Like they attack him and literally nothing happens to him. Like and that makes sense because he becomes the most feared ninja swordsman once he acquires Zabuza's sword. They canonically state that he's the most powerful, even more powerful than the Mizukage. But like, I don't know. I feel like Gaara's abilities would kind of bore me. Like after a while, just like sand that protects you, cool. Manipulate sand, cool. But like turning into water, I feel like would be fun. And there's like no limitation. Like just turn into water and go into the ocean. And now you have access to 90% of the world that nobody else has access to. Because if you're water, like the water pressure shouldn't affect you, right? I don't know if now we're reaching new territory. Does the water pressure affect Suigetsu? Probably not, because his body's just water.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I'm going Suigetsu. Why you say
That's a good
Gaara?
question. Because I feel like there's just so many more. I'm not gonna say more, but there's just as many uses of his power, and then not to mention also in terms of like,
Like on some earthbending shit?
yes,
Okay.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, I would take Gaara. And on top of that, like if I were to fight a water user, I don't think sand would really get affected.
Nah, you'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
Chance in
Yeah.
the chat said Gaara mid. Chance, you are bugging. There's only
You're
two.
smoking mid.
Yeah, there's only two Kages that aren't frauds, and it's Gaara and Naruto. Every other Kage was a fraud. They got their asses beat. They were useless, and whenever it counted, like Gaara and Naruto are the only Kage that did anything that ever mattered. Like the rest of them were just bums. Especially the Rai Kage, bro. Everyone talks about how fast he was. Bro, he was bitch made and did essentially nothing important ever. Like, what are we talking about? He wanted to blow up the moon when Naruto, the savior of the planet, was on it. Yo. Remember that? He filled up that tank and then he was about to blast the beam at the moon when Naruto was fighting, what's his face up there? And Killer B was like, launch it. And B was like, yo, you're tripping. I'm not launching this. I'm not attacking the moon.
No.
Naruto's up there. Yeah, bro, fuck the Raikage. He's a bum. All of the Kage are frauds except for Gaara and Naruto. But like they're weak compared to the Borutoverse. Dude, everybody's weak compared to the Borutoverse. Naruto is weak compared to the Borutoverse. Sasuke is weak compared to the Borutoverse. Like, what are we talking about here? That's the whole point of the verse. The generation always gets stronger. Okay. Short or long anime, which would you recommend to somebody who's never seen anime before? You don't have to say short. Okay, short. What anime?
Yeah.
First, it's your first anime. What are you recommending to somebody? We're both agreeing short, but
It's crazy because I actually just recommended Code Geass to one of the boys. So I'd probably go them. But if I want to go even shorter than that,
I'm probably recommending Death Note to anyone who's never seen anime before. I typically I go Code Geass, watch Code Geass, but for some I either go Code Geass or Full Metal Alchemist. But for some people, those two are too anime for a first one. Like you got the mech suits and all of that with Code Geass, and for some people that's too anime-y to get them in. And with Full Metal Alchemist, the mystical powers sometimes is too anime-y to get somebody in. So like I feel like Death Note, a lot of people like thrillers. Death Note is a safe bet. So is Attack on Titan is a great recommendation for somebody who's never watched an anime before. It's on the longer side of a short anime, but still. Or
All right,
Vinland
here's my
Saga.
two. Oh, oh.
I think all of those are
Villain's
easily
good.
digestible for people who don't consume anime-based media.
I was gonna say Demon Slayer, and I was also gonna say Spy X Family.
Yep. Yeah. Perfect. That's perfect. Demon Slayer, Spy X Family. Somebody said, create the strongest anime character ever. Whose speed will they have? Whose strength will they have? Which power system? Whose hands, whose magic power, and whose technique? All right, I'm going to break this down for you. This is going to be so easy. If I was to create the strongest anime character ever, whose speed will they have? You could pick any of the above. Rimuru, Anos, Wangling, any character that exists beyond the concept of time to where speed is immeasurable. Easy. Whose strength would they have? If we're talking physicality, One Punch Man. That's easy. Or Goku. Anyone. Technically, people say Goku isn't boundless. Goku and One Punch Man, I both consider boundless because both of their creators have said they will always be able to overcome a ceiling in front of them, which implies boundless. So anybody with strength that's boundless. Which power system? It would have to be Nen or Chakra. One of those two power systems can achieve the most potent attacks and the most diverse attacks. Whose hands? Gotta be Goku, master of every martial art ever. Whose magic power? Gotta be Jinwoo. The leveling system is the most broken magical power ever. Essentially, full immortality, full regen, like all of that crazy shit. And then whose techniques? Gojo. Most broken hacks in anime. There you go. We just created somebody who's fully broken. That's it. You've got a boundless, speedless, strengthless god entity. Cool. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
He said Peak Agenda Pusher is the strongest. That's a fact. I've done every feat. Don't ask me if I've done a feat because you guys know that I've done it. Jan is getting there. Jan has done almost every feat, but you know he's getting there. Don't be on his
You
ass
got
too
the
much.
feet, son.
He's got the feats. Would you rather be a Demon Slayer or a Belmont? And I know you haven't read or watched Castlevania, but a Belmont is essentially just like a Demon Slayer. It's a regular person, but a Belmont uses like weapons that have been like holy water, garlic, stakes, crosses, stuff like that to kill vampires. And, you know, Demon Slayer's Nichiren sword breathing technique to kill demons. Which would you rather be?
I'd have to say a Belmont then, because if I especially if I get the mark as a Demon Slayer, I only have a certain amount of years left to live. Cooked. Fried.
I'd probably go Belmont too, even though the vampires are definitely stronger than the Demon Slayers or than the demons. I think the vampires in Castlevania are definitely stronger than the demons in Demon Slayer. They're like
Yeah.
actually immortal and have
Oh.
mystical, like real mystical magical abilities, not just like on blood art, demon blood art. Like they have like some real magic shit. But
Damn.
like Belmonts have seemed to be fine. Like Trevor Belmont was a fucking drunk and he would fight them shits hammered and kill them. So you know what I'm saying? I think I'd rather test my luck that way because like you said, you get to mark your fried. Also, I think the demons in Demon Slayer are the backup that you have is relatively worse than Belmonts. Like to have a bunch of Belmonts versus a bunch of Demon Slayers, like there's some bum ass Demon Slayers, and there's not really bum Belmonts. They're all kind of like that. Like they're all just like that. So I'd have to go
Yeah.
Belmont.
Hmm.
Tailed Beast or Demon, like Sukuna, Momoshiki, stuff like that. Which would you rather have stuck inside you?
Pause. What the fuck?
Did you just use a soundboard?
Bro, you gotta, yes. I
I could
have,
tell.
yeah, dude, that's crazy. Um, shit. Which would I rather have? Um, tailed beast only if it's above like 5 tails.
Any of the tailed beasts,
Just
I'm
to,
taking any of them. Dude, having Sukuna inside you, that would be fucking
yeah,
mortifying. Same with
not fun.
Momoshiki. And I know I
Like,
said if I had to pick one, I would pick Momoshiki. But that was because I said, we were talking about powers. Like I could kill myself and then whatever. But like I'm just stuck. I got to
yeah,
deal with one forever. I feel like any of the tailed beasts, they all got tamed in the end. Versus Boruto is not taming Momoshiki, gang. That shit is not happening. And
not
Itadori did
at
not
all.
tame Sukuna. That shit would never happen.
Not at
So
all.
which do you think is easier to tame? Chance said. Yeah, it's there's one that literally can be tamed, tailed beast, and then one that literally cannot be tamed. It's got to be tailed beast.
Easily.
Comics or manga, you've got to get rid of the other.
I'm biased. Get rid of comics.
This is gonna be crazy for me to say because my comic collection is actually deeper than my manga collection. But get rid of comics. Comics are inconsistent garbage. And I love them, but they're just inconsistent garbage. Manga is objectively written better and has objectively produced more life-changing media than the comics. So like, I don't know, what are we really talking about here? All right. We finished every major topic. Let's just look at a few more fan suggestions that I skipped. Goated black anime character. And as a Caucasian man, I feel like my opinion is the most important on this topic, obviously. Nah, I'm just playing. Who you got? Goated black anime character.
Yasuke. But also, um, dude, I keep forgetting this guy's name from Fire Force, bro. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Dude, you were gonna say
Yes.
you were gonna say Ogun, or were you gonna say the dude who's the evangelist on the evangelist team?
No, no, Ogun. Ogun is the good guy, right?
Yeah,
Goated. Yeah,
yeah,
that guy.
Ogun is goaded. I was gonna say Ogun. I was gonna say either Ogun or Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai tough.
Afro Samurai's story is shallow garbage, but that Samurai as a show, I've watched it all in one night, loved it. Shallow garbage, but it's like, just look at this black man just fucking cutting people down, bro. Like Samuel
Or
L. Jackson, like what are we talking about? Like it's just fire. Like it's just fire. Everything about it is fire.
somebody said best MC dub voice actor.
Naruto.
What? I don't know, dude.
MC Dub? Yeah, Naruto, dude. What are we talking about? Who's a better voice actor than Naruto dubbed? You can't even think of one. That's what I'm saying. No, it's Naruto.
No. I definitely can. I have a couple in mind.
Nah,
I'm just trying
dude.
to think.
Better
I
than
would
Naruto? No,
probably
you
have to
don't.
say, dude, I'd go Ichigo over Naruto, to be honest.
Look, Ichigo's good. Ichigo's cool. Believe it. Come on. Come
See, you're like,
on.
nah, that's like me saying, I'm
Come
gonna be king of the
on.
pirates. Like,
Come
nah.
on, bro. Ichigo's fire. Bleach is my favorite of the big three of all time. And I'm telling you, bro, Naruto's voice actor is so fire, bro. So fire. Or we could talk
It's
about
just
like
not as
Magi.
clean.
Magi's voice actors are great. Alibaba's great.
I'm not
Sinbad
watching
is
it dub.
great.
I'm watching it Japanese.
Oh, you're watching Japanese? Ah, their anime is iconic as well. Yeah, okay. Like, yeah, Magi, or yeah, Ichigo Naruto. I think that's fair though. Those two.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Madara Uchiha, bro. What? Oh, but it was MC. His question was MC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude, if it were villains, yeah, I had a couple.
If it was anyone, just Madara. I think Madara is the best dubbed voice actor of all time. Like, wake
Yeah.
up to reality. Come on, gang. Come on,
Yeah.
gang. That shit hit when
Dude,
he
the way
said
they
that.
glazed him, bro.
I
Oh
love
man.
that shit. Okay,
No, I was
strongest
yeah.
green-haired anime fighter.
Zoro.
Terrible Tornado is doing terrible things to Zoro.
Oh damn, from One Punch Man, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
She's just doing awful things to Zoro. And that makes me sad because I like Zoro. But
Yeah, that's tough. Granola? Yeah, he's not wrong. From
yeah,
Dragon Ball Super.
damn. Broly. What are
Granola.
we saying? Oh, it's
Broly.
Broly. It's Broly. Okay, we're done. That's it. It's Broly.
Broly twin.
Nobody say
GG's.
anything else. It's Broly. GG. Uh, top 5 goated anime moments. You suggested this. That's way too many. Uh, just give like one goated anime moment. Mine is gonna be All Might after he loses his powers and they finally capture All for One. And he puts his fist up and he explodes briefly for a moment. And the music plays and it's da 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 da, and everyone's like crying and cheering for him or whatever. And then he points at the camera and he says, it's your turn next." Goated anime moment.
Mm. Yeah.
So goated, dude. So goated.
Dude, for me, it'd have to be after Lee used the 8 gates and was still standing unconscious.
You
Peak
mean
moment.
Guy?
No, Lee.
Lee never used 8 gates.
But I didn't mean 8, but like against Garou, and then
Oh,
he
yeah,
got
yeah,
hit by
yeah.
a sand burial, and then was still conscious, like standing up
Yep.
afterwards, like still like with the smoke, even though he was unconscious. I was like, yo, this kid built different.
Somebody
Just for
said
them to fucking
Vegeta's
sideline him for the
speech
rest
to
of the show.
Goku against Jiren, mid. Chance, that is
No,
mid.
Vegeta's speech to Goku against Kid Buu was like 1,000 times better.
Yeah, not even the best Vegeta speech in the game. It's gotta, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
Kid Buu
when
speech clear.
when um when Commander Erwin, ride my soldiers.
Mm,
Goat moment.
real,
One of the greatest
real.
moments in anime history ever. Um
Yeah.
like there's a few of those that are just like, damn, you know what I mean?
Ah, how could I forget? Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Not
Peak.
goaded, but fire moment.
Oh, you're
No, it is
tripping,
it is
bro.
a goaded moment. It is a goaded moment. First time Goku goes Super Saiyan. Goat moment.
Damn. That's Mount Rushmore of anime
Yeah.
moments.
Uh
The OG transformation.
Ash Greninja. First time. That's newer,
Mm,
but that's a goated anime moment.
mm.
Or Ash finally beats Red. The Pokemon series ended after 20 years. Ash beat Red. That is iconic. Ash finally beat
Yeah.
Red. That's iconic. That's top 5 goated anime moments.
Yo, seeing like the top 3 in Yu-Gi-Oh, like seeing Obelisk,
Yep.
all of them for the first time was like crazy.
I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 more additional cards for my deck.
Yeah.
Um, Zuko switches sides. And Appa licks him in front of everyone, which causes Aang's trust. Oh, they run up on the guy who killed Sakura's mother, or Katara's mother. Goaded.
Katara's mom.
Him and Zuko,
Fact.
goaded. And she decides not to kill him. Goaded. Is there any other like highly goaded moments? Lelouch is killed in front of the world, and now the world comes together. Goated anime moment. One of the greatest moments of all time. Sister crying at his feet as he bleeds to death in front of the world on camera. Zero sinks the sword through his chest. Zero was really his boy wearing his suit. Lelouch said, "You got to do this to bring the world together." Bleeding to death on cam. And finally the world said, "Lelouch the Tyrant is dead." Now nobody cared if you were Japanese, British, whatever. Equality had been achieved. Goated anime moment. I'm trying to think of other like truly just you have no enemies.
I have no enemies.
Gon
So
gets
real.
angry.
Yeah, I was just about to say that
Yeah, goated.
at Pito. Um, there's other cool moments in that show though.
Uh, yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Killua
Um,
pulling up with Godspeed for the first time to fight one of the royal guards.
cold,
Elite,
cold.
elite.
Jin Woo pulls up to Jeju Island.
Facts.
So cold,
Peak.
so cold. Okay, that's all the topics today. You don't have to stop the live, Jan. I'll stay in here. I'm just gonna stop the recording because that's the whole pod, and we reached 1 hour on the stamp, hour 5 minutes, just like last episode. This has been episode 11 of Peak Agenda Pushin. For those of you who are audio only, catch us on Twitch if you want to watch it live. I'm the Peak Agenda. That's YG Cooking. Follow us everywhere, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.